What's going on, guys? We are back, and we are actually going to be doing something on here that we've never really done before. So I'm gonna do like I did in Halloween. I'm gonna do a lot of Christmas movie reviews or show reviews or whatever. Now, by starting this video, it's gonna be a little early. So by the time this video does drop, it's either gonna be before Thanksgiving, maybe a little bit after Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone that does celebrate it. But this is going to be for Home Alone review. So again, if you guys have seen this movie, again, this movie is a classic. If you guys have never seen this, I'll give you pretty much the synopsis of this movie, which is not really hard to follow. If you're pretty much, I would say, if you've been around within the last, I would say, 20 some odd years, or maybe a little longer than, or even younger than that, you probably have seen Home Alone. This is probably one of the biggest franchises slash cult classic movies of all time. Starring Macaulay Culkin when he was very young as Kevin McAllister. He is living in a home with multiple brothers and sisters. His uncle, aunt, and niece and cousins come to have Christmas over in Paris. Now, when this happens, there's a lot of craziness going on, and he gets into a big fight with not only his older brother, and he gets issues with his parents. He gets in trouble, and when there's a big storm in the middle of the night, and when it happens, they're trying to hurry up, get to their plane, and they're trying to count all the kids. And what happens is when they finally get on the plane, they finally realize a little later in the movie that, oh my God, we left Kevin at home alone. And when they finally get to Paris, they're trying to figure out, okay, how can I get home? How can I protect my son? How can I, get back quickly enough? And at the same time, Kevin thinks he made his parents disappeared. So he's having the time of his life. He's, eating a bunch of junk food. He's, going through his older brother's stuff. He's sleeping in his mom's dad's bed for the first time in a long time. And, jumping on the bed, running around the house, being as loud as he wants, and just being a kid. And that's pretty much the whole premises of this movie, is that he wants to be a kid. And what's crazy is we have two burglars that is going through the neighborhood, and Kevin has to fight them off when he figures out that these are actually burglars that are going through the homes. Now you got Joe Pesci playing as Harry, you got Daniel Stern playing as Marv. These two guys are such a pair. I don't know how else to describe it. They are a pair, to say the least. Seeing these guys go through just the traps that Kevin lays out, because Kevin literally comes up with the most extravagant, craziest, death traps, within this film to go up against these two burglars, like, stuffing their face with iron, shooting them in the head or in the privates with a BB gun, or setting their head on fire, or having the nails go through their foot, or stepping on Christmas tree ornaments, things of that nature. And it's hilarious. I mean, if you've got a crazy, funny mind, or very dark-minded, then again, you're gonna love this movie. It's got a very heart-filled movie too. Kevin kind of does start off as a brat, I will say that, but you also see that he was pretty much the baby of the family, but also he was pretty much pushed around. He was ignored. He was pretty much always in the way, and he finally, got to realize, hey, how it is to kind of be almost like big man on campus, so to speak. And he finally got to see that with this film. I think there are so many cult classic scenes in here where he orders a pizza and he uses a movie to not only get the pizza for free, but also scare the heck out of the delivery pizza guy who was being a dick to him. And then same thing with trying to scare Marv with the same movie. That was another great scene. Or having where he just busts the heck out of Buzz's room, who's his older brother, or some of these other lines of the whole, like, you guys give up or you're thirsty for more, things like that. Or the whole, like, heads up, gets knocked in the head with paint cans and all this crazy stuff. But this movie is a cult classic. I'll watch it every year. around Christmas with my family. I still watch it with family, friends. I still talk about this movie. I don't think they'll ever be able to redo this movie. This movie is too much of a cult classic. It's too much comedy, too much nostalgia, too much, I would say, pureness within the very first film, because I would say there was nothing really quite done like it before. So that's what made it so special. Because imagine a kid being home alone, and you think, oh my God, they're so helpless. They're not going to be able to do this. They're not going to do this. He goes to the damn store, for God's sakes. And how much he spent back then, it still amazes me. He spent like, what, $20 or less on food, milk, and freaking fabric softener, and nowadays it's like $100 at Walmart. That's what makes it so funny, guys. This is in 1990. We're in 2023, so imagine the difference between then and now. It's absolutely horrendous of how crazy prices have drawn up within the amount of years. And I will say this: there was a very good I would say don't judge a book by its cover too, with Kevin being so afraid of his neighbor who had a very malicious rumor about him, which was untrue, and he actually comes at the very end to help him, saves him from these two burglars, and then his family comes home and he realizes, oh man, his family is there, he didn't disappear and all this other kind of stuff. And again, I would say if you guys know the movies, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys have not seen the movie, definitely check it out. It's on DVD. It's going to be probably on sale probably very soon. You can watch it on Disney Plus. You can watch it on Hulu, YouTube, on cable, anywhere. Pretty much any streaming service you can watch this film. So definitely let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. You guys are a huge fan of Home Alone. Let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And I'll see you as always on the next one.